Hey, a little over 4 years ago, we took possession of the old Casa Azul here on La Madera, now Bare Naked Bungalows. And of course, 4 years later, we still are doing some big projects and improvements, but I thought it would be cool to take a look back and show the highlights from when we first purchased the Casa until today. First, I'll show a brief walkthrough of the original property I recorded the week that we purchased it. Then I'll talk about the remodel and the improvements that we've made, how much we've spent, and finally we'll do a walkthrough of the property as it is now, 4 years later. All right, let's get to it. Here's the place on the outside. Come in into the little driveway area. Stairs up to the second level. Backyard area. First apartment. So, main kind of living space, kitchen area, bathroom, bedroom there, and another bedroom right through here. This is the laundry room here. And then work our way back around here. Go into the backyard. Right. So this is kind of patio. The cistern is actually right behind that plant. The plan, hopefully in time, we'll have a pool that'll be right, basically we'll be jumping into a pool right here. And that'll kind of wrap around this cistern. So backyard, again, I'll show you that. For the little hallway down here, there's actually a bathroom off the distance. So you get this little walkway. And looking back up at the house, my back is killing me. This potted plant dirt thing, trying to clear it out, all the shit, and it is just absolutely brutal. But we're getting there. We made a commitment to buy the old Casa Azul on June 6th of 2020. Because there really isn't an escrow system when buying property here, the closing was quite interesting. We paid 10% down when the offer was accepted and then had an almost 4-month wait before closing. On September 30th of 2020, we signed all of the paperwork at the notary's office. We had to pay the notary's fee around 165,000 pesos before we could finalize all of the paperwork. As soon as we finished signing everything, the realtor took the deed and informed us he'd release it along with the keys to the house once we paid the remaining 90% to the sellers. So that took another 24 hours to wire the final payment, and on October 1st, we had the keys in our hands. To this point, we had spent about 3.8 million pesos to obtain the casa. I think we got a great deal because there's a smaller lot on our street for sale right now that includes a little casa available at 15 million pesos. 2 weeks after we received the keys to the casa, we had a small construction crew, and almost every day over the following 15 months, we had workers here. We eventually hired an architect to take over a lot of the workload, but for the first 3 months, we just had 3 or 4 guys working here, and they did a great job finishing the downstairs unit, enough so that at least Allie and I could move in and be on the property day and night by the end of 2020. Once we moved in, it was an experience. Constant noise, sand, cement, dust, and dirt everywhere. And we were involved in the day-to-day operation. So it just felt like the work never ended as we were running around, purchasing materials, playing the role of designer, making changes, correcting mistakes, and just putting out fires weekly. There were many, many Mondays where no worker would show up because they were out too late on Sunday night. Occasionally guys quit, would refuse to work with another worker, and then we would try to mediate a resolution. Sometimes they demanded we pay them more money or just wanted to borrow money for tools or whatever reason. And then you have your masons, wood guys, concrete guys, metal guys, plumbers, electricians, their assistants. And sometimes a mason would inform you that he's also a plumber and an electrician, which would make me wonder how much he actually knows about any of those 3 things. One time the electrician cut a gas line, told me his brother would repair it, so his brother comes out, fixes the gas tubing, and charges me for the repair. About halfway through the construction, our foreman, who had been overseeing the project for 4 months, died. He was a really friendly and wonderful person to work with. Allie and I saved money where we could. We did most of the painting. However, we hired professionals in the summer of 2023 to repaint the outside of the house where we couldn't paint well. We gave away a lot of furniture, but we also saved money by repurposing a good amount of the furniture that came with the house. When you buy a home in Mexico, it often comes with all of the furnishings. Our house also included the refrigerators, beds, which we gave away, lots of plants and books, some framed photos and art, but no TVs or electronics, and not a single tool. One of our biggest expenses was the saltwater pool. We made a mistake because we didn't know that the pool contractor did not get the permits for the work, so at one point the city shut us down. The contractor blamed it on a clerical error, but apparently there was some funny business that allowed him to finish the work without ever obtaining the permit. So we ultimately had to pay for the permit out of pocket as an extra expense. We used a lot of the debris from the remodel to level off a section of the backyard, which became a game area and our gym. Hurricane Rick, a Category 2 that hit Ziwa in October of 2021, set us back a little, especially in the backyard where a massive tree fell down and destroyed our fence. The government did a super job cleaning up the city after a horrible and scary night, and thankfully no one in Zihuatanejo died during the hurricane. We were up against the clock because we had people contacting us about renting starting in the summer of 2021, and we promised it would be ready by January 2022. We have to give a lot of credit to the workers because they helped us get this house rental ready. Towards the end of 2021, there was a problem every other day. Gas leaks, so many water leaks in the roof when it rained. And after the plumbing of the remodeled property was completely finished, we turned on the water and there was water spraying out of a tube on the side of the house. And then below our bathroom sink, the water was coming through the walls. Once we fixed those issues, this part called an interrupter kept cutting off our water. I bought about 5 of these stupid interrupters at 400 pesos a piece because we would have a day of working water and then the interrupter would fail or disrupt the flow of water and I'd have to install another interrupter. Our plumber couldn't figure out the solution, so he found another plumber to resolve the problem. It was a simple fix, but we had already spent hundreds of dollars to find the person that could fix it. And about a quarter of the windows we installed would not close properly, and we had to pay to install new windows with a different company. Hire good glass and window people, and good plumbers, and good electricians. These aren't super insightful tips, sorry. By the time we accepted our first renters, we had spent almost 3 million pesos in remodeling the property. Because we didn't want to be doing construction during our busy rental season, we didn't finish our rooftop, the laundry room, the barbecue area, and pool shower until the summer of 2022. We also removed the rest of the fallen tree from Hurricane Rick and replaced our fence over that summer. On the rooftop work, once again, we had a permit issue. Whoops. So we had to pay for that permit in addition to paying some guy on a motorcycle a quote unquote fine because he quote unquote caught us. Those summer 2022 projects cost us another 600,000 pesos. For reference, just the tile and related materials for the house floors cost about 100,000 pesos, and all of the paint and supplies is another 100,000 pesos. Construction materials seem to go up about 15% per year, so whatever we spent 3 or 4 years ago could be 40 or 50% more now. On the well-documented issues with the city and the roadworks, along with our fight to save our garage and protect our property rights, I actually emailed our realtor before we purchased the home asking if there were official property lines that I could view, and he said the city had no such thing. He did say I could hire a surveyor, which I did not do. In hindsight, I probably should have done that. Although I don't know if it would have made much of a difference in the end, because I did ultimately hire a surveyor, and along with the city surveyor, our property lines were confirmed, but it made no difference. I hope the videos that I made during that period are beneficial for other people who purchase or remodel property in Mexico, because I think the videos just pissed off some government officials. Fortunately, that's over, and we haven't let it affect us moving forward in doing our part to make Ziwa a better and more welcoming place. The house was, for all intents and purposes, completed 2 years ago, but the projects continued.
We purchased furniture for the rooftop. We retiled the downstairs apartment, built a canvas deck area off the pool, and finished the gym. We installed solar panels and a backup water system, as well as rain barrels for watering plants, plus an irrigation system. We recently did the finishing work on the back hallway, our courtyard and stairs. Over the past 2 summers, we've invested another 500,000 pesos on those projects. And overall, we've spent about 8 million pesos, more or less, on building our paradise. Not bad, as it's hard to find a condo on the beach now at that price. Although we still have a list of projects to do, so the tab will continue to rise. The future of Ziwa, this neighborhood, and our street is bright. We have good neighbors, one of the nicest roads in town, and the location is perfect. We made a lot of mistakes over the years in the construction of the home, but we made the right decision in purchasing this property. We love it and plan on being here a long time.
There's 4 years of adventure wrapped up into about 8 minutes for you. Let's take a tour of Bare Naked Bungalows as it is now. Actually, we'll start up on the rooftop and work our way down. Let's get right into it. All right, on the rooftop, as you can see, we've got great 360-degree views all the way around. This is a shared space between the 3 units. This furniture we just purchased about a year ago. Right above us is the solar panels that we installed a few months ago. We also have the backup Zihuatanejo water system. So walk down the stairs. We'll do a quick walkthrough of the sunset suite right here. We just had a checkout yesterday, so it's still a little dirty, but this will give you a good idea of it. Nice views out the window here. We added a couch just this past summer also. Smart TV, bedroom, got the bathroom right there. And again, view out the back and the pool down below. So you see, this is the new flooring or concrete work that we did down the stairs and in the courtyard. We just finished this a few weeks ago. Our apartment is right here. And I have done a tour of that. Not much has changed there. This bougainvillea here has tripled in size since we added the irrigation system. It's just absolutely massive and crawling up the house next door. Right now I can hear the water going off. So actually I'll show real quick. We've got laundry room. This is something we finished a couple years ago. And we also created a space to the left of there for the housekeeper to keep cleaning materials and toilet paper and all that good stuff. Okay, so we enter here. Not a lot of changes, but there are a few. In this past summer, we put the TV on the wall, switched things around a little bit, did some painting. Allie did the painting. Cabinets, added a few new lights here. Got bathrooms, the same. Bedroom. Let's see, that's the bathroom that we added. We built in here. One bedroom with king size bed. Other bedroom in here, queen size bed. And then we also added this summer a air conditioner for the living space. Way to the backyard. Pool area. As I turn the corner, this is the section that we just finished this summer too. And if you look back at the video from when we first bought the house, it looks a lot different from that period. We've tried to make it as smart of a home as possible. We've got timers on the pool, the lights, obviously the solar panels, the irrigation. Let's come back here. I can show the rain barrels that we have. This is the pathway that really just goes to the machine room for the pool, but we also have the rain barrels right there. That's for watering plants back here. As we work our way down, mostly only Allie and I use this space down here, but we do love it when guests come down here too. I was just talking about the cost of materials. I looked, and the projects that we just did, the concrete that we purchased was 60% more than what we paid for concrete 4 years ago. So the prices really have gone up a lot. The equipment that we bought for the gym, we found on Facebook Marketplace and on Amazon. We have a fan down here. It can get a little warm. And there's the cornhole again. Mostly Allie and I are the only ones that use this space down here, but we really love it. It's just almost feels like you're in your own world away from the house as you're down here looking back up. You can't even see the house from here. So, all right, that's it. I want to thank everybody who's watched all of these videos over the past 4 years. It's been a blast to make them, and it's really cool when people stop us in town or come by the house and tell us that it's helped them on their process to buy or their thoughts to maybe retire in Mexico. We love it here, and really appreciate all you guys. All right, we'll see you around. Thanks for watching.